works. It actually worked, maybe.
I hope so. It just says your event is... I think we are now live.
Event
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hello.
Oh, the health is good. We got it.
Yes!
It was fine as soon as it started going.
Yes!
It was breaking before.
Brilliant.
We did it.
People in the chat, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Yes.
Oh my god. It's
Having
real.
some slight technical difficulties, and we've finally got them working. Welcome to the stream, everyone.
Wow, the second one of these we've done. I came all the way back for more.
Yeah, you got such good fan mail last time that we did. Welcome, Teeth Gang.
Teeth Gang.
Teeth Gang. Nice. Well, welcome everybody. Those of you who've been to my streams before will know how we like to start. We like to start with a candle. I think this was a scented candle that was sent to me by a fan that has Virginia Woolf on it.
Oh.
And it's very long. It's a very long boy. So I'm probably going to burn my hand. But here we go. ASMR.
Floor for more. That's how you do it.
Nice. That's how we do it.
Thanks, Virginia.
Is there a bin box?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It's over there. Nice. I thought you were going to put it in my laundry basket for a second.
I have the exact same laundry basket.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's the kind that... It's the net that folds
Like
up,
it flumps so you can put it in the suitcase.
I stole it from someone who's left it empty in a uni, in the laundromat. I was like, I'm just going to take this.
They're just going to thieve this. I'm going to reappropriate this for the people.
And then I had mitts for weeks after. No,
somebody else.
I was worried I would have some kind of disease from it.
Like fleas.
Yeah, that's the reason why this was abandoned.
It was cursed.
Yeah. I think eventually my mum threw it out and made me use a different thing. She was like, I don't trust this.
I
weird
stole that
basket.
one as well. Maybe it's the same one.
Yeah, maybe the same guy just has them all.
Just deposits them around the country, spreading his nits. Well, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming along to the second Mailbag stream.
Yeah.
We're gonna so we'll open some mail.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a live event in London tomorrow, which we'll talk about later, I think.
Yeah.
But is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez coming?
Yeah, my personal friend
Your
Alexandria.
personal friend, your girlfriend Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who goes to another school.
She's married. You can't say it's me.
Is she? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
She's married. Yeah, she's 29.
Sorry.
She's
She's what?
She's married. And 29.
She's 29?
Those are the two facts I know about her.
Wow.
And also, she's politics or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she does something like that. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Alexandra, if you're watching. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, it's very rude.
Well, look, somebody in the chat says I'll ship you to. Hey! Sven out of 10 is our first super chat of the night, which means, would you pass me that bubble that's just on top there? This thing.
This?
Yeah, with a pen. Yeah.
Oh.
Sven out of 10 says, first day off work in ages, I've got cheesecake, and I finally made it to a stream. Teeth Gang forever. Well, for being our first super chat of the night, Sven, you get...
Wow. Now this is chat interaction.
What?
That's chat interaction. Wow.
Thanks!
Wow.
It even lights up, but if you light up...
Ah, my eyes.
We can sit up, but they come, it's totally normal. My flatmate's got me this for Christmas.
You could adjust the exposure. That's really cute.
Yeah, it's fun, right? I haven't written that very neatly, Sven. I'm sorry. I'll do it again.
Aww. Well, I hope you enjoy your cheesecake.
Oh, now the kerning's all wrong, for God's sake.
Think about a font, you child. Helvetica only. Was it Danny pointed out that Helvetica has like a weird curve on the R?
Oh,
Like, yeah, the R's weird or something. Oh, everyone's saying now kiss. I'm sorry, this isn't that kind of stream.
I don't want to join the forbidden stream.
Did somebody? Yeah. Left at London got a tattoo of a tooth on her shoulder.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? For teeth gang?
Yeah, because of the stream.
Oh, wow.
We raised so
that's
much money that
cool.
she had to permanently poison her body with this horrible in-joke of a tooth. Yeah.
I want to kiss both of you beautiful boys in the mouth, says Jacob Schwell. Thank you, Jacob.
Oh, wow. Well,
Wait, how much did... what was the total in the end? Do you want to tell people?
the total was like $340,000, but I eyeballed the amount of money coming in and always tried to go over. I never wanted to underestimate the money that we'd made because I didn't want to look like I was pretending we'd made less.
Oh, of course.
So we probably made less than that, and I would just guess higher. Yeah. My original plan for that would be because like we'll raise $3,000 and I'll just throw in however much else I guess too much of, that'll be fine. Yeah. But you can't do that when it's more money than you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
It's way harder to do.
So I guess we should probably maybe it'd be good to explain in case this is the first video that somebody stumbled upon. I'm here with Hbomberguy, who is an online gamer.
Yeah,
Officially now.
I'm officially a gamer.
Officially a gamer.
One of the only two gamers, yeah.
Yeah, one of the only two.
Yeah.
The good one.
Yeah,
You're
the
like
good one,
you
yeah.
and Jontron are like red only, blue only. This is online gamer Hbomberguy who recently raised $300,000 for Mermaids by playing Donkey Kong 64 for 59 hours.
Something like that, yeah.
He did it so well that even my mum saw it. My mum saw it in the news and was like, "You're mentioned in this." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my friend Harry, who I've told you about." Like, so yeah.
Yeah. It was a whole time. It was a whole event, and don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
It
blew up.
Yeah, I expected to raise next to no money.
Yeah.
And it'd be really depressing, and then like the highlights would be you, and maybe we could get Contra on, if she was free, and maybe Dan from 3 Arrows would come on and keep me alive, but instead a fucking hurricane of
perfect storm of people came on,
and
everyone go on.
Yeah, I literally played Donkey Kong. Everyone behind the scenes, people were like,
banter happened.
Yeah, and then Chelsea Manning came on, unidentified caller came on, and fucking called her pal Alexandria.
We've got some more super chats coming in. Thank you to Tempest, who says give each other a hug. It's good to have you back, man.
He hugged me twice. It's the first thing that happened when I met Olly.
Of course.
Okay. It was really nice.
I'm going to try anyway. Akaziak Records says, don't worry about trying to pronounce my name. I'm at work right now, so I can't stay for long. But I just want to say I love you both and look forward to watching this when I get home. Well,
thank you very much.
Thanks. Annalie Beer says, I sent you the feminist scarves from the last gift stream.
I love that scarf, and I've still got it. I keep it on my table.
I've got mine up
there. Stare at it. Yeah. I don't wear it outside because I'm like not really much of a scarf person. I'm yet to get into it.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool scarf, and I want to try and wear it in a video or something.
Now that the weather's getting colder, it'd be good to start with.
Yeah. I'm literally clothing myself in feminism, like a shield.
Okay, so maybe we should start with the one that we've already opened, because a couple of days ago, so for those who don't know, we have a joint PO box which just gets delivered to this flat. And there was a big package that arrived a few days ago for both of us from Joy in Israel, which contained a bunch of delicious snacks that I've eaten, and also some letters for both of us and some gifts for both of us. So why don't we start with that? It says open this first. This one says, and they've even typed it to make it easier to read, Dear Ollie and Harris, hi, my name is Joy and I'm from Israel. First of all, I did you a favour and printed my letters so you won't have to strain your eyeballs deciphering my handwriting. In this package you'll find some stuff for both of you. I also wrote each of you a separate letter. You can read them on stream if you like, but I must warn that some of the content's quite heavy. I have a lot of feels, you see. Boogie boogie blue. I said, hope you found the snacks to your liking. Please be good and share.
Nice.
Ollie, I got you some nice smelling candles and some candle holders so you'll be less likely to burn your face. And some fan art. And Harris, I hope you like the keychain and the Sonic fan art.
Oh.
Yes, the towel he holds is the bisexual flag. Also, I made you a neck warmer. I hope you like it comfortable or colourful.
I love that people keep thinking to give me things for my neck, because obviously it is the part that's most exposed and gets the most cold.
There you go.
Oh my god.
So there's some fan art. You also got a keychain which says, I think that has some phytoestrogen on it.
Oh my god, is that?
And it says soy boy.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's a soy keychain with phyto. That's incredible. The level of artistry in there.
This is a letter. I've not read this, so I don't know what's in it. And this is some fan art. With Sonic the Hedgehog hanging up his. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna put that on my wall.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? And there were a couple for me. One, I give you that. You can have your own pile. A couple for me. One of which is my old logo with all kinds of cool words around it, which I'm gonna put on my shelf. Alongside Leica the wolf, who was a present from the last stream, and this one, which is a little space satellite. So thank you to Joy. I've read your letter already, Joy. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. It's really kind of you.
This is not something to read out on stream, but it's very thoughtful, and I can't wait to read it properly.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll get to this as soon as the stream's done. Thank you. Gosh.
I saw somebody say on the super chat, write trans rights on the bubble. So, of course. Oops. Oh. Bing! Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, by the way, if you ever accidentally write on a board in permanent marker instead of a regular one, draw over it in regular marker and it wipes off.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. We've all learned something.
It's a cool story, I know. I had an idea for a skit where I would do that, but when you wipe it off, it says underneath it in red, "Nice try." I couldn't be bothered, so I didn't.
Somebody says, speak a little louder. Well, why don't we just turn ourselves up a little bit? There you go.
That's a good point. Oh.
Eric Fields, Hbomb and Philosophy Tube. Words are ill-equipped to describe how grateful I am for the work you guys do as it catalysed my departure from the alt-right, which nearly ruined my life. I'm really glad we could help you with that, Eric. That's amazing.
Yeah. That's... Jeez.
Yeah, those are my favourite messages when I get people like that. You know what? Nat said it on Twitter a while ago, but when she and I did a meetup in Boston, so many people came up to us and were like, I got into this whole thing because of Hbomb.
And that's a complete accident as well. That was just because I happen to like politics and video games.
Yeah.
So people will go like, oh, this Sherlock thing is good. Oh, it turns out racism is bad. You know?
Yeah, you've become like the weed of left, like you're just the gateway.
I'm a very low bar, yeah. People trip over me and land in a pile of bisexual lighting.
Yeah, people get a bit of a buzz and they eat a lot of snacks and they watch your videos. And then gnats are just like cocaine.
They wake up with a leftism hangover.
A load of hickeys. Okay, hardcore.
Oh.
Alright, let's have another one. This one, I don't know what this is, but it's addressed just to the PO box, not to either one of us in particular.
It sounds Lego-y.
Does sound Lego-y. Do you want to open this one?
You do it.
I've got a couple of it just for me, so you can open one.
Cool.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, no, I'll embarrass myself trying to open this. Ah, it's already slightly open. Aha! Olly, this one for you.
Oh, there's one for me. Oh, look how stylish that is.
Okay, and then there's one for Hbomberguy, and there's a third one for both of y'all.
Oh, nice. Oh, I should say we don't know what's in any of these. We haven't like X-rayed them.
Yeah.
So if it's anything weird or
if there's an explosion, it'll be like
alert
oh
someone.
my god, is this sealed?
Yeah, they've sealed it with wax.
K. Thank you, K. Oh my god. I know what you did.
Hey, Dizzy Scarlet says, "Hi both. I adore both of your videos. It's my 23rd birthday today." Well, happy birthday,
Happy
Dizzy.
23rd birthday.
Happy 23rd.
Wow, that's the last good year. After that, it is downhill. So,
Really?
Cheers.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Should I tell you that? Oh.
Wow, this is really well printed.
Hbomberguy. Jeez.
It's really well printed. Look at that.
Yeah.
I can read this out. Hi, thanks so much for making videos. Your monthly book recommendations actually encourage me to start reading the shelves of books that I've bought but have never gotten around to reading. Your videos have really helped me in my politics class and in arguing with all my Jordan Peterson loving classmates. Thanks so much for creating content and putting so much effort into your videos. From Caitlin. Wow. Fantastic.
Hi. Okay, can I first say that your video, Sherlock is Garbage and Here's Why, is my absolute favourite video on YouTube, and I've probably watched it literally a dozen times.
Whoa.
I used to be a huge BBC Sherlock fan, but Season 4 really pulled the wool from my eyes, and your video perfectly expresses my sentiments. I'm not much of a gamer, but I'm always going to watch your old videos. P.S. Please upload. Never! No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much, Caitlin, and I promise to one day upload a new video. Cheers. Wow.
Ooh, narrator music says I'm working on a video response to cringy responses to the Gillette ad. Any advice on how I should go about it?
Ooh, I'm also working on that, and I'll copy all your best ideas, so don't tell them to me.
And also, narrator music did make some lo-fi music a while ago that sampled audio from one of my videos. So if I can find it, we can play it. I don't think I have the link to it anymore. So, but yeah, I will try.
That sounds really neat.
Yeah, it's really good actually. They made like this really chill track. Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there's one for both.
Oh, there's one for both of us.
Yeah,
Awesome.
both of you.
Go for it.
Yeah. Both of you. This is incredibly well put out.
Yeah, really well made. I love the silver ink. Oh, thanks. Hey y'all, hope this package finds you in a timely manner. I've sent a bunch of recreated vintage pinback buttons, I think Brits call them badges, that I make for my Etsy store. I've also included some stickers that I drew myself while watching both your videos. Feel free to split them out amongst you or give them to friends. From Caitlin. Wow!
Wow.
Crafty stuff.
Currently my the only like 2 buttons I wear are one is from the Hiroshima Museum and one is from the Neighbours tour when I went to Ramsey Street.
I need some, and my leather jacket is bereft of buttons. Oh, that's why it sounded Lego-y, because they're like...
It's exceedingly well wrapped.
Yeah.
You can tell a creative person made all of this. Like, it's...
really put like effort in.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, Elotus13 asks, I love both of your work. I was interested, would it be okay to use samples from your videos in a musical context? That's fine for me.
Please, 100%. Yeah.
Feel free, send it to us when you're done. Like, we'd love to hear it.
Do you have a blade?
A blade? I've got Zoe blade. No.
Oh.
No. You know what? If that pencil case I lent you earlier on is still around, it's got scissors in it.
On your bed somewhere. I was doing some scrapbooking on Olly's bed. I was designing a badge for the people who make badges for me now. Apparently, I apparently have a store where I can tell people put this in a store and they'll do it. It's super weird. Yeah,
it's so cool.
Yeah, I was like, hey, people keep messaging me about wanting a shirt that says "How do you beat beaver bother" on it, and within like 5 minutes, a guy had invented a shirt and it was up on a website.
I want to get shirts, but I can't find a. I've said before on the stream, I can't find a company that will guarantee me no sweatshop labour. So until I get, I don't want to do it. Tamas Kizpeta asks, is the new Tropics video fully shelved, Hbomb? I'd love to see a collab with you and Tim Squirrel.
Oh, I've been thinking about the scope I want to do when I do videos on health stuff. Like, do I want to cram it onto one thing or do it in bits? And I'm still figuring that out. The new Tropics one particularly interests me because I have got into taking like powders that like replace the food that I will forget to eat. So like, oh yeah, like I've got this thing that's called like green Vibrance or something. It tastes like absolute dirt. I drank it twice on the stream. Yeah. And it's just like, here's all the vitamins that you will forget to get if you don't eat vegetables someday. And it's like, I'm curious about like how far can you? Is there like, are there just like chemicals that are good for you that you need? Or is it all just absolute bullshit? And I don't really know the science of it, apart from here's some stuff your body needs you should probably take if you aren't eating it in food.
I can do that. I get too much pleasure from cooking and eating.
Yeah. But I just, it comes with none of the cravings or the crashes.
Oh, the jitters. The crashes or the jitters. Yeah. Every morning before I start writing a script, I take 2 capsules of Hbomb Force.
I'm
for a sustainable burst of energy.
I'm opening this as slowly as possible so I hold the attention the longest. Okay. Healthcare is a right, not a privilege.
Oh, I like
badges. They've got a small one of that. Oh my god.
There's loads.
If I can't dance, I don't want to be part of your revolution. And the gold one. Oh shit, these are great.
These are fantastic.
Sorry, I swore. I shouldn't. No. Wow. We are going to have to divide these up. There's loads.
There's a couple of healthcare right, no privilege. This one says, if you don't like the news, go out and make some of your own.
There's so much flair. I can finally go back to my job at Applebee's.
Someone just says, what time? What time is it? Time to organise.
Right on. Just
right on. Oh, this is like teach and peace, but it's one. Oh, I like that. These are very, very cool. United we shall overcome. It's fucking awesome. Hey, Scuck is in the chat. That's fantastic.
Oh my god.
Oh, man, these are amazing. Military spending is killing us. Nice. Did you say there was some stickers as well? Oh shit. Sorry. Sorry, there's one by your toes, I think. No. Look at the rest here. These look like, they're like pine cones in little flasks. Oh, like flowers in flasks. Oh, that's really cool.
I'm going to have to look up the store later and see what else is on there.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Caitlin. It's so artistic.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
There's so many legitimately creative people who we've tricked into thinking are worth their time. It's incredible.
Emil Schubertson says, much love from fellow Dumb Ancient Monarchy Sweden here. My husband's little sister is trans and sends extra love for Harris tonight. Nice.
Thank you.
Matthew Kozacek, do you think the rise of LeftTube is a backlash to the alt-right or something more and more permanent? Could be both.
Yeah.
Hopefully both.
I would say it was inevitable, but it was definitely spurred on by the absolute miserable failure that is, sitting in a room for 6 hours, tweeting in video form.
Yeah. Spencer O'Dowd says, I can't believe there was a meetup in Boston and I missed it. Any plans to come back over? And if there are, I'll let you know. If we do another one, Eric Fields says, how would you guys recommend communicating to sincere libertarians that private tyranny is still tyranny.
That's a good one. There's a great debate Michael Brooks did with a libertarian that was basically like, he was basically describing absolute human terror, but it was like, well, my private army and your private army will have a discussion, and then, you know, if we can't agree on which court to use, it's war. It's just like, and then like the initial disagreement was someone stole someone's pine cone or something. It's like it's like the most horrific thing in the world. All you have to do is sit in a room with a legitimate libertarian and watch them talk themselves into the worst possible idea of a system, and it solves itself.
I used to write for like a website it was a bit like The Onion, but it was for sci-fi, and one of the articles I wrote was libertarian optimistic for the future of the blighted hellscape he helped create. It was about a guy who like lived on like a pond full of scum on the border of a ruined city and worked in like a rat eating factory, but was really optimistic he'd become a millionaire.
Sam Cedar, that's it. Yeah, no. I was confusing with TMBS because they steal the same set from each other.
Thank you to Gembot, who says, handsome boys, please take my tax rebate. Loving your works, both of you. Not too far, but trying to keep it parasocial. Keep up the great work. And The Mountain Sleeps says, big love from the States. I'm getting a PS4, but I'm on a budget. Which 2 games are surefire hits? Why don't you answer that while I open next?
You're probably going to say RDR2.
As it's like the only PS4 game I played.
Yeah. And the only PS4 game I've seriously played is Bloodborne. So Bloodborne, Red Dead Redemption 2. There you go, done.
Fair enough.
Just, you know, feel bad while you're playing RDR2 because of all of the lives it destroyed being made. But it's a good game.
But any game in which you can grow a sick moustache and dynamite clansmen is a game that I like. Okie dokie. Ooh. Alright.
Dear Cosmo. Oh, wow.
Ooh. It's quite a long one. This is addressed to Dear Cosmonaut, so I'll give it a read first, and then...
This is only the second time I've been on a stream with Olly, but whenever he gets a letter marked Dear Cosmonaut, I'm like, oh, this is one of the really heavy ones. That
Oh.
There's some good public domain synthwave on there. Jeez.
Thank you, Link. Thank you very much.
Gosh. Did you think you'd have the effect you do on people with this work?
No, I didn't. But it's made me want to make part 2. Making Cosmonaut part 2 is going to be difficult. Very difficult, but yeah, you know what that's about. But
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. There's a little sticker that says "Philosophy Daddy" on it. Thank you, Link. And a note, which again I'll read. Thought you could do with some more art. The background fits your general aura and lighting, from Link. They've even drawn my chest hair on.
They've drawn the blue and the red as well.
Yeah.
And the light. That's really cute.
Thank you, Link. Thank you. But yeah, no, I never thought I would. But it has made me want to make part 2, which needs to be made. Yeah. Thank you, Link. It's very, very kind. There's one here for you.
Oh, wow.
You pass me that water as well. Right?
Yeah. In the light, it looks a bit like it might be beer or something.
Yeah, I wish.
Olly had one beer in the house when I came over. It was a Hobgoblin, and he shared half of it with me. It's really nice.
Of course, I'm not just going to drink beer in front of you.
It was really nice, though. Hobgoblin's my favourite beer that I forget to buy and never drink. It's a really cool postcard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from Hive. It's one of the things from Hive with one of the pieces. That's really cool. At least I hope that's what it is. I hope I'm getting the reference.
That's really cool if it's not.
Yeah, it's really nice. To the man who destroyed Moffat and TERFs.
The music is just from a playlist of like royalty-free synthwave.
Your voice is super soothing despite the English accent.
Brutal.
Wow. I'm going to read this later, and yeah. Aww. Thank you very much.
A couple more super chats come in. Joel Simard says, really looking forward to seeing you two tomorrow. The right seems to put out a torrent of low quality meme titled clickbait content. How do you think us lefties can get better at counting this? Well, I think I put out low quality meme based content now. But
well, you counter it with superior memes.
With superior meme, yeah. A meme race. Hazel O'Driscoll says, come to Ireland for a meetup. Trans rights gang. Yeah,
I'd love to do that. And also, Casey's offered a beer to both of us.
Yeah, whereabouts is Casey based?
I have no idea.
Casey, if you want to get to us, tell us about where you're based, because I know Bilbo's in Belfast.
Oh yeah.
Apparently Bilbo's going to do a show.
I'd love to meet Bilbo.
Apparently he's going to have his own YouTube show.
Bilby.
Yeah, the orange boy.
Bilbo is the best.
Bilbo's even on. He's on the back of my my phone case now. Orange Boy Fan Club. Yeah, I've got a bit of Bilbo.
I love that. Like the message from Scottish Parliament. It refused to even mention by name the Gloozer, but it did directly call out Bilbo the cat.
Bilbo the cat.
Fucking best cat. Trans rights.
Sebastian Prult says, hi from La Provence de Quebec. Been watching Hbomb since Davis Arini and his Toy Skulls. So have I. Classic. The DK stream was amazing. Still hard to put in words how it really felt. Zoe B says, what are your favourite candle scents? I'll take anything.
Strawberry. I love the smell of strawberries.
Okay.
One of the first girl I was ever really attracted to had like some kind of strawberry perfume. So now the smell of strawberries is like it's just really, really, really comfy. It's nice.
Nice.
Also, I worked on a strawberry farm for like 2 weeks, and it utterly destroyed my taste for strawberries, but the smell, it gets in you. It's great.
Brilliant. Okie dokie. This one says, this is to Ollie.
Oh.
I don't know about everyone else, but I'm calling for an Infinity War style crossover video with Ollie, Hbomb, Natalie, and Lindsay. Wow. The amount of like logistics we would need to like considering how
we need to do like an old Tig style crossover where everyone awkwardly is in the shot at once.
Yeah,
it's like really bad handy cam footage. And
it would have to be so low tech because I know like Natalie's production scale is so huge, and mine now with like the studio and stuff to do like a full on crossover video would take so much work and money that it would be like the only video we put out all year.
No, we just stand there with really flat lighting and I do the special effects in post, with like cutouts of the car.
Comic sans,
yeah, just. We go full that guy with the glasses crossover.
This one's very long, so I'll try and speed read it. Maybe it's another one that's
what
not too.
About a video about how to start a revolution.
It's like totally unconnected that none of us have ever talked about before.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like let's do it like incredibly in depth. We're gonna have to team up to figure out how to do this incredibly difficult issue, and it's something like, how do I make donuts? How's the best way to make a donut? And we're all like trying to figure it out. Yeah. Do the length of a Star Wars movie. Left Tube's Infinity War. It's just like makeup tutorial.
And like Graham Linehan trying to assemble all the gems.
Glibspun trying to. I'm surprised the handwriting is really nice.
It's lovely handwriting, yeah.
Don't know what we did before fonts, just having to constantly make out words from.
Yeah.
Because like prior to the invention of like typing, we didn't have an objective letter. We didn't have like here's what the letter is. It was all just other people writing it. I guess even letters are written by someone. Question.
I'll read this bit out. Thank you for being chill about phone interaction. I love that you foster a supportive community and always seem to appreciate the admittedly weird ways people express their appreciation. If it helps, I draw and paint portraits of my friends all the time. So they've painted a little thing of me.
Oh.
Sorry the portrait's a bit crap, but you're really hard to draw. I'm not sure when the last time I even tried to paint facial hair was. Thank you for everything you do, from Esme.
Oh.
Thank you, Esme. That's
Sweet.
very...
Please show the drawing. I have a funny joke about it. So, if any of you have ever been on Newgrounds and looked at the mediator, the like how to navigate a difficult situation, how to get a refund for your broken lamp and stuff, like it looks like that art style. you click the wrong thing and a cop shoots you.
It's quite good. Like it's based off my acting headshot, but
it's good.
Yeah, I love the eyes. Thank you, Esme. That's a very moving letter. Thank you. It means a lot. Jennifer Elder says, a small thank you from my girlfriend and I as two trans girls. We really appreciate the Donkey Kong stream and all Hbomb did for Mermaids. Come see us in Edinburgh soon.
That'd be awesome. I mean, what you did for Mermaids as well, you're one of the top 10 donators to it. I just played Donkey Kong. I didn't even have to donate when people donated so much.
Yeah. I'm broke now. So. In fact, somewhere there, when I was doing my 300,000 stream, somebody tipped me $300 on this, and I was like, no. That's why I gave an extra 300 to you, because I live on this. I was like, I'm fine. I've done the maths. I can afford to give it, so I just gave an extra 300. Joe Ross says, question to you both: what was the first moment that made you realise the size of the impact you were having on people's lives with your videos, and how do you cope with the pressure of expectations?
I stop. I turn that off. I try not to think about that because it scares me too much.
Yeah.
The idea that any of my videos have an effect on anyone's lives horrifies me. It's like, I'm asleep at the wheel of my own life. I have no idea what I'm doing. So if you take any lessons from it, I hereby divest myself of the responsibility. but it's absolutely wonderful that you can do that. I just hope I'm having a good effect in the long run.
Yeah. I've seen YouTube videos have like a bad effect on people.
Oh yeah. Or make them think that they've awoken to, and what they've awoken to is eating raw meat.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what if that's me? What if I've woken up someone to playing Dark Souls 2 and it wastes time they could have spent inventing a cure for Glinner's disease? He's done it from Maru.
What's that?
That's Maru, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was one of the guests on the stream.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
Fantastic. Maru says, a bunch of history channels last year did a thing where they all did naval history. Why not something similar? Also, thanks for having me on the stream, still in shot that I got to be on.
Yeah. I know some stuff about boats. I know that, like, if you're on a submarine and you make a noise, like you drop a fork and it clatters, you have to report it so that they know, what sounds were made, because otherwise, because
it's cool.
Because other subs can hear that stuff.
Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine's training to drive submarines.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he joined the net. So I had this friend at uni, Ali, if you're watching out there, man, I expect you're not watching on the sub. If you are, like, get back to work. But he was always
gonna
like
crash. And
yeah.
Oh, he called me up.
Some like nuclear missile goes off. He was always a bit like loose and weird, and I was an army cadet for 5 years. So if you told us that one of us was going to become a weird YouTuber and the other was going to join the military and drive nuclear submarines, I would have guessed the other way around. But yeah, shout out to Ali. Stay safe, man. And Achilles, the person who just sent me that letter, says, I just tuned into the stream seconds before you started reading that. I'm sorry to make you cry. Well, it's a good cry. Good cry. Good tears.
This guy puts himself through a lot for this stream. It's incredible.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you really put yourself through the ringer for this. Wow. Then again, I've only cried like twice ever on streams, and it was the same stream, so...
It was a hell of a stream, though,
It was hell, yeah. You're gonna spend those bullets wisely. I only have about 4 tears left, and then I have to stop forever. Yeah. I cried so much in high school. God,
Somebody's kindly put a content warning on this one, so I'll do another one first, and then we'll give another sad one.
Oh, God.
This is one's addressed to Olly and Hbomb's PO Box. Please do not bend. Oh, that's somebody else's address. I'm trying not to show it.
I'm just trying to think of more naval history stuff that I know nothing about. Oh, the only other thing I know about boats is the nice boat joke where there was an anime where they couldn't air the last episode because it was too similar to a real incident that happened.
Oh.
So instead they just aired like 20 minutes of footage of a boat, and partway through just the words "nice boat" appeared, and it became this amazing weird in-joke for a very long time. And some people watch, and you know what I'm talking about. Content warning.
Wow.
Don't watch it. It's bad anime.
Okay. Kona Rain says, my boyfriend met Bilbo at Trans Camp in Northern Ireland. Also, when starting watching you all, I subbed to Hbomb after his now remove. Are we back?
I think we are back. Yeah.
Okay.
It just turned off and on. I think.
Press F to pay respects.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
School days. Yep.
Looks like we're good. Good.
Okay.
Sorry about
that. Yeah. I made an old Madoka thing where I made fun of how terrible the plot is. I guess I must have deleted that at some point. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, because my early channel is just a bunch of whatever weird shit I made in uni, and some of it is like, there are people in those videos who did not consent to being on a YouTube channel where anyone actually saw the videos of.
Right.
So I don't think Ghost Police is up anymore. I always plan to remake Ghost Police, and whenever I flash back to the original, I've pasted the new actors' faces over the old characters. Oh, people saying F. Moved gang. F back. Oh.
We're back. Thanks everyone.
I saw someone liking the Lovecraft video. Quickly scroll past. Yeah, thanks. Took a lot to make.
Yeah.
Usually I'm just lazy. The other videos take long for bad reasons, but that one took a long time because
Peter Benzoni says, in making emotionally vulnerable videos like the Cosmonaut, you do a lot of emotional labour. Both of you, how do you maintain your emotional hygiene? Well, you just brought up the Lovecraft one, which is I think pretty expensive for you. So how did you keep on top of that?
I did things that I knew I could chill out doing. I finally got around to finishing Adventure Time. I just watched a bunch of shows that I knew would be kind of light for me. I rewatched Xavier Renegade Angel. That was about it, and then that was good for me. I have my particular emotion, my particular neurosis is I kind of swing very easily. Yeah. It's some aspect, a small bit of bipolar disorder, the really easy to manage kind. So I just find a way to trick myself back onto the happy part, and I'm fine. So it's okay.
I guess. Oh, sorry, I just saw people tapping out. I guess. Writing Cosmonaut Part 1 was really tough. That was very expensive. I cried a lot over that. Part 2 will be harder for different reasons. But yeah. I guess I just try and take breaks. Cosmonaut Part 1 took me a long time to write. It took me months to write that. And to get ready for it. And also weirdly, the editing phase was weirdly cathartic because it was originally longer. And I cut bits out, and being able to say this bit doesn't fit what I'm trying to say, and I need to cut it out. It was actually quite weirdly cathartic. I was like, this bit, I don't need this. I'm making something good out of it. Speaking of,
yeah, what did you do to unwind from it afterwards, or was it just the editing process itself?
The day I came home after filming the Cosmonaut video, my flatmates had made me brownies because they knew what it was about, and they were like, "We made you this." So. Yeah.
Nice.
Adrian says they were very moved by the image of the Cosmonaut. I'm really glad that let's keep harping on it. I'm really glad that meant a lot to people.
Wow.
Ryan G says, what's Cosmonaut Part 2 going to be? Just kind of a follow-up, kind of progress I've made, and I've learned a lot of stuff about that since then, and another issue. Oh my word!
Wow,
that is beautiful. Wow. It says it's in charcoal. It says back on terra firma, comrade.
That's a really nice piece of work.
That is gorgeous. That's going on my wall.
Wow,
that is beautiful. Thank you. I love that.
It's really,
yeah.
Gosh. Yeah. Obviously it's your deepest, darkest secret, but it's the thing that's worse than Cosmonaut. Years ago, a goat escaped while you were supposed to be watching a farm. So it's Cosmonaut 2 is he goes to find the goat, but we think it might have got on a rocket, so we actually have to go to space to find the goat.
Oh God, I thought you were gonna For a second, I was like, you cannot say that shit on stream,
So,
man.
we're worried that the goat will be watching, and then because that means it'll be able to get away in time before we can catch it.
Yeah.
That fucker. So your donations on the stream will go towards the rocket. I'm sorry.
When you were like, it's your deepest secret, I was like, you can't, like, that's
I was worried that for a second that you thought I would. No, of course not.
No, I was like, why would you do that? Like,
No,
it'd be like the end of your fucking career.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the goat knows how to open doors, so you can't. All normal strategies for catching animals no longer work. It's saw Jurassic Park and it knows how to open doors.
Caleb Kane says, what advice do you have for a progressive YouTuber? And I want to help people who went through what I did. What am I qualified to talk about? I guess like you're the only person who can answer what you're qualified to talk about.
Well, I mean, I'm not qualified to talk about anything, but I do anyway. So,
yes, just go over it. Yeah.
Elect yourself authority on something that you're not, and see where it takes you, because you will learn something in the process. You know, I knew nothing about soy when I started making that video. That video was just like,
really good as well.
I'm going to go on a journey of, I'm going to dispute these facts and see what comes out, what comes out of the trees when I rustle them. And I think that's a good way of getting started, really.
Cool. Troggy42 says, just wanted to thank the captain and first mate of the HMS Turfbreaker for their efforts. It's a reference to the skeleton crew from the Donkey Kong stream.
That's really neat.
Narrating music says, add Eric, Taxon and Bad Mouse to the crossover. We'll be mentioning Bad Mouse later on.
Yeah, Bad Mouse.
Don't worry, we'll get to that.
It's going to be there.
And Mr. Fraggle Spock says, if you guys ever do a meetup in Scotland, I'd be 100% there. What fiction do you enjoy reading?
Ooh, I really love like kind of crappy young adult fiction. I'm way into like the Bartimaeus trilogy, or
I remember that.
Yeah. I really
read the first one of that and really quite enjoyed it. He's like a demon, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a demon. Yeah, and he's like really sarcastic and it's cool. I'm really into. There's a series called Wool that I think that Noah Gervais recommended. I can't wait to read. That I think is very kind of YA type stuff. I love that kind of thing because it's so even when it's just being silly sci-fi and stuff, it's fun in a way that can be meaningful if you want it to be. I like that kind of pre-deep stage of reading because it's kind of light. It's nice, yeah.
I've said before on the stream, my favourite work of fiction is Mary Shelley's The Last Man. It's gorgeous. I think this letter is, I think, along a similar theme to the last one. The Killernator. Someone says it's their favourite fiction.
No.
Did you destroy every copy of that?
There's one copy left. I picked up the last copy last time I was here, and the last copy is now in my possession, and I intend to eventually adapt that into a film or something and put that out. But
thank you for improving my grades and helping me get an offer from Cambridge University. Oh my god! Wow. Which I turned down to go to Cardiff. Nice.
Congratulations on your excellent decision making.
It's hard to make out with this. I would make it.
Bartimaeus is great, yeah.
Oh.
Darren Shan as well was excellent stuff. One of the Demon Art books begins with, my eyes, they stabbed out my eyes. I was like, yeah, I'm in. This is perfect for me in my 20s.
Do you know that word?
And loves? I'm not sure. I can't read my own handwriting, I know.
But your video... Oh.
Make the goat the Thanos of the cross. Yeah, could the crossover be one trying to catch a goat?
Why a goat? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I have an incredibly traumatic experience where I went to a lambing, and all the lambs were born dead. It was awful. It was the most like disturbing thing in my life up to that point. And like we'd had a German kid like come over like from an exchange program, and we like destroyed his life. Like it was just the darkest thing, and like
he's fucking Hannibal Lecter. Man.
Yeah, and like the farmer had to try swinging them around to try and get them to like be born, like to wake up, and it was just like the most upsetting thing ever. Like
how old
everyone was crying. I was like 13, 14.
Bloody
and
hell.
It was like so I think that probably really stuck with me. So in a way, the goat isn't a real goat. It's my dream of all those sheep living
If I'd known that, I would not have cooked us lamb stew for dinner tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't eat lamb for a very long time.
I'm sorry,
I live
man.
next to a lamb farm. Yeah.
What was your? I said it. I can do. Like I said, I can do lamb stew or smoked mackerel risotto, and he was like lamb stew. So it's not my fault.
We had 2 lambs that were really cute. They kind of kept around as pets, and their names were Minty and Henry. Which, Lamb Henrys and, of course, Mint. Yeah. So I was like...
I once dated a girl who lived on a farm, and they got a little lamb called Lammy, and they raised it in their house and bottle fed it. My
mum, I would... Oh, no!
Don't...
I used to ask my mum, is this lamb from the farm next to where we live? Because I'll know these lambs, so please don't. And she was like, no, it's from a different farm. And she lied. It was lambs I knew.
This person is very nicely written out how to pronounce their name correctly, but I can't read your handwriting. So, Kellechlin? It's Welsh.
Kellechlin.
Yeah. You know who you are. Thank you very much. And there's a little painting that comes with it as well, which is let the stars guide you and something and the future be your own. Wow. Quite. I don't know if you'll be able to make this out because it's very faint. Oh, it's that way because okay. So you might not be able to make it out because it's quite faint. It's watercolor. But thank you very much to my mystery Welsh person. Thanks, trans rights. Kyle Smith says homesick with a cold today. The stream's making it tolerable. Thanks for all you do, Cold Gang. Not Sam says, my mum read a few pages of Darren Shan and was horrified, banned me from reading the joke was on her, I scarred my soul anyway.
Darren Shan, it's awesome. It's the best in, like, when you were a kid who wanted to be into something really dark, like, it was super violent. It's really great. And I think, he did like 2 whole, like, massive series of different amazing, bizarre adventures that are really cool. There's one about a kid called Darren Shan who grows up to be a vampire. It was really cool. And then he did another one that's all about demons. And it's like, this is rubbish, but I love it. So I read all of them. And when I'm 28, if another Darren Shan book comes out, I will probably still read it.
Brilliant. Tom Owen would like to get a cosmonaut tattoo. Feel free, Tom. Feel absolutely free. That's somebody sent me a picture a while ago. They've had a cosmonaut helmet tattooed on their leg. I was like,
jeez.
Yeah, it means a lot. That almost makes me a little nervous to make Cosmonaut Part 2, which would be more specifically about what I went through. Because it's meant a lot to a lot of people, perhaps because it's vague. But somebody says, Olly, how did you get thick?
Oh.
Just
go to the gym.
Just go to the gym.
Go to the gym all the time, yeah.
Go to the gym five times a week and eat protein bars and you get thick.
Yeah.
Michael Cameron says, would either of you be willing to do a video essay on addiction? I've not been addicted to anything. I know somebody else who would like to do that. But it's not something I think I could really comment on.
I've never
not from an intimate point of view. I could do something on the philosophy of it, but
I have a very addictive personality, so I've deliberately not taken anything particularly hard ever because I know it's in me. I'd be very lucky to do that.
I quit smoking when I was about 17, but I wasn't big into it, so
so I wouldn't know the first thing about it in terms of experience.
Okay, well I think that's all of the main ones, and lastly, it's the big one, the big boy, which is for you. The big lad.
This is from BTRC by Transgender Northern Ireland. I think this is the one.
I think it's the one.
Oh my goodness. I'm really curious about this.
Yeah, so am I.
The thing of the skull. That's a good tweet.
Yeah,
you should send that to Sean. That's a really good.
I presume he's seen that.
Neat. Oh.
I presume he's seen that.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's already framed.
Yeah.
Wow. This is okay. For those of you who don't know, the Scottish Parliament issued like a commendation or whatever.
Yeah, it's like an official recognition of your status as an online gamer.
Yeah, online gamer. And it's like.
Do you want the snipping? Do you want the snippy voice?
Yeah, thanks. Excellent. And it also mentions Bilby, of course.
Yes, the orange boy.
The orange boy. The original orange boy. Have you seen some of the turfs who are like, I can't help but notice that that's a reference to, to the Troubles. But of course, it's because he's an orange cat. You know?
Oh, wow. Didn't even twig on that one.
It's a deliberate reference to it.
Somebody says, "How was the mermaids package?" I don't think they've
not arrived yet.
They've not arrived. I mean, it'll take them a while to put it together. You know? But yeah, top 10 gang get a care package from mermaids.
Yeah, it turns out it's actually really hard to find because I'd have to find in the gigantic list of donations an exact number that person donated, and then hope their email was there. So what I've done instead is I retweeted the list you shared and said, "Get in touch if you're one of these people.
Yeah,
we want to send you a thing."
Sweet. Well, you know my address because you're in it.
That's true, yeah.
So
I literally know where you live.
Yeah.
Your house.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Patrick Harvey, Glasgow, Scottish Green Party, of course. Date lodged. Online gamer, Harry Brewis, fundraising for Mermaids UK. Everyone always capitalises my name with. It's Hbomber with H in the capital H, capital B for some reason. And then Guy with a G as well. HBG. I've never written it like that, but people do it all the time. I always think that's like fascinating, because that's their choice. To which understands that Mermaids provides individual and family support for gender diverse and transgender children and young people. Understands that it was chosen by Harry following pressure from a well-known television and comedy writer, former television and comedy writer,
now a full-time tweeter.
Global audience of supporters ranging from Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez to the Northern Irish trans icon and campaigner Bilbo the Cat, and hopes that the outpouring across social media and volume of donations will go some way to reassuring transgender and gender diverse children and young people that they are welcomed, valued and will be supported. Scotland is like the best part of the UK. They should have left. They don't deserve to be a part of it.
It's pretty rad.
Incredible, yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah. Scotland's Green Party owns.
I lived there for 4 years.
Wow.
It's amazing. Do you want to hold it up? So
hold it up where they can see it, where it's not just me. Yeah. And there's also...
So this is an official certificate of recognition for online gamer Harry Brewis.
That is legit going on my wall.
Yeah, cool. I should go on your wall.
Immediately.
That's every day you get a recognition from Scottish Parliament.
That's going on the wall next to like the original painting that the guy who did the Lovecraft collection.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like the one piece of art I own. It's really well framed as well.
It's nicely framed.
That Ms. Bilbo.
Yeah.
Must have done that.
Yeah, I assume so too. And then.
Oh my god. It's just like a whole bunch of stickers that say "Love your trans kids," "Trans and nerdy," "Trans rights." Oh wow!
What?
It's like a whole set of stickers.
Wow, that's cool.
That's really awesome. I'm gonna just leave those around my local city. Stick them up.
Can I have one of these?
Yeah.
The trans rights now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that on my.
Take a bunch of them.
I'm gonna put that on my laptop now, next to the orange boy.
Wow.
So a while ago, I got sent some stickers of Bilbo the Cat, which I put one of them on my laptop. So I will put this on now. Trans rights now. If I can figure out how to get it off.
And this is a letter from Ellen Murray over at Transgender Northern Ireland. RE Donkey Kong says trans rights okay. Dear Hbomb, congratulations on your achievement. Please enjoy this little memento. You have many fans over here at the Belfast Trans Resource Centre, and if you ever find yourself needing anything in this part of the world, please don't hesitate to ask. Do any of you have a goat net? The folks signing this page are trans community members at the Trans Resource Centre who say hi. Wow.
It's great. Do you have another one of these? Because I think I've just fucked it.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ellen. And I'm going to put this up as well because this is incredible.
Yeah. See that? But what?
Oh,
I think I fucked it.
Oh my god! I think these are. Oh wow! There's more stuff. There's like a little pin with the trans flag.
Nice.
That is going on.
Am I being that? How can I not? How many degrees does it take?
Neither of my degrees are good enough for this. So what an amazing flex I just did there, pretending that my joint honours counts as 2 degrees instead of a one worthless one that's like half of one. These are really cool.
Ellen says it's a circular sticker. I know, but it's just. Oh, I've almost got it. Ha ha! Okay, I'm just being daft. So Ellen's actually in the chat.
I'm gonna have to sew these onto something I own now. These little patches.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, like epaulets. I could put one on each shoulder. Yeah.
Boom. Trans rights now. Thank you.
The sheer volume of stuff in this package is incredible. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Yeah, thank you, Ellen.
Wow.
Hey, Evelyn M says, celebrating my 6th month of HRT. Super down last week. Donkey Kong 64 saved my week. Thanks.
Incredible.
Congratulations on 6 months.
Yeah.
Who is sexier, Philosophy Tube or the Golden One? The eternal question.
I would say Philosophy Tube. He's all right, but he is in his duty. No, you're incredible. I think the Golden One, like people joke about how attractive he is, but we all know that secretly, like, it looks super weird to be that buff all the time. There's something weird about that, right? Is that just me? I don't know. I've never been into that kind of guy.
He does know how to lift. He does have good tips on deadlifts.
I'm more into twanks.
Yeah, I got back on the deadlifts. They're good. They're good for you. They're not very painful.
All my like body friends are into like
your body as opposed to your disembodied friends.
all my me friends who just exist online and have no need for health.
Yeah.
We're all like, oh, just go for a long walk or something. Walk's the exercise for for cowards. Philosophy Tube is unfairly. That's how I feel about it as well. Whenever like someone tweets like a comparison between the two of us for anything, it's like, Ollie wins. You can stop. You don't have to. I'm already dead. Leave me alone.
You're very, very generous. I'm gonna fill up the water, and you can hold down the fort for 2 minutes.
Sure, yeah, sure.
Oh, there's a badge there. Don't lose it.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh god.
Do you want to pass yours?
Oh,
have the gamer chair.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Ah, gamer chair. Je suis un twank. Disembodied gang. Oh wow. You can't call this lighting ContraPoints lighting. You can't copyright it to a YouTuber. That makes it like really. That means when we rip her off, it feels worse. Can we pretend that we invented it separately? Yeah, geez. Like, the most fun part about light is how it Nazi twanks for work off. Thank you. Aw. I'm just reading the comments. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to look at the words. Would you make out with Karl Marx? I don't know. The beard would be a bit of a problem. I'd need him to shave it first. Like, just trying to reach through all of it sounds like a big problem. Harris, you trans? No, unsurprisingly.
What's up?
Not much. Oh, you got some ice cream?
Yeah,
wow.
So that one's for you.
Cheers.
Well, I can have the guest chair for a bit if you want.
Oh, sure. People are asking if I'm trans. The answer is no, sadly. Until of course, I do this for far too long. But my problem with this is that my name is gendered, my internet name is gendered. I have to do so much work changing my brand now. So, 4 months on HRT tonight. Life indeed gets better.
Fantastic.
That's the fun thing about the stream that we did was we had some heavy stuff. We had some some stories that go pretty some dark places, but they often get to a bright place in the end. I really liked that. I think that was the first time I ever heard the term gender euphoria. I think that's such a fascinating.
That's a great term.
I'm so glad that we got to give people the time to get to the part where it's fun.
Yeah.
I think very often trans people only get to talk about how sad it is, and they don't get to hang around long enough to say, by the way, this is for a good reason, and it works out.
It's actually real good,
Yeah, people do it for a reason.
Make sure we don't miss any super chats.
How scary pressing. Oh, very scary, and the worst part is you can only send it in $10,000 amounts on PayPal, £10,000 amounts. So I had to do that 23 times or something like that, a lot amount. And then I got an email. I got hundreds of emails from PayPal saying, by the way, every donation that wasn't pounds or dollars, you have to manually accept.
Yeah.
So I spent a good 14 hours accepting thousands of separate transactions, and then there was another amount of money I had to send to mermaids. So and each
the
time
whole stream was one big transaction.
Oh!
Boom!
Bam!
That needs a couple more minutes to fall. Gender euphoria gang. Nice.
Heritonita Splendy.
I thought I'd use this opportunity to make Ollie notice how he runs his hands through his hair when people mention that he's hot.
Oh.
Probably just because it makes me feel awkward.
I have I need to do that more because I'll only have hair for a limited amount, so I make the most of it.
Yeah, I'm quite lucky. Like my dad held onto his hair for a long time, so well, still has it. So I'm glad that my fingers crossed I'll be able to keep mine until I'm a silver fox.
I don't remember what side of the family hair is. It can't be the mother's side because my grandfather had his hair until the day he died.
I thought male pattern baldness was just 3 guys, but I might just be making that up.
Yeah, my dad's incredibly bald. You know,
okay.
he doesn't even have skin on his head.
It's just a brain.
It's a
brain in a jar.
Just a giant galaxy brain.
Well, Patrick Stewart went bald in his 20s, and he rocked it.
Yeah, it looks incredible. And the best bit is it means that he gets to be the same.
Yeah, he looks the same. He's been the same age since he was like 20.
A lot of actors have to have an arc, or they have to try and look youthful forever, like Tom Cruise, and drink child's blood or something. Yeah. Whereas if you can look old as young as possible, then you have decades.
It's the way to do it around. Yeah. Camp Luke says, I'm working on a video about Mark Fisher's writing and his relationship with electronic artist Burial. Any readings that I need to check out? I've read Capitalist Realism and Ghosts of My Life. I haven't read Ghosts of My Life. But I was at the Mark Fisher Memorial Lecture the other night and people really recommended it, so that'll be good. How was the decompression phase after the stream? Did you feel deranged or euphoric?
I was sort of in a constant state of tired for quite a while afterwards, longer than I thought I would be. And then yesterday night, I slept from about 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. and was like, I'm finally like awake again. I've got all my bits back.
Nice.
I'm alright, thanks.
You sure?
I'm going to try and hold off.
I'm not going to eat this whole thing.
I'm going to make it. No, sure I'll have some. Oh, you got 2 spoons when I
of course I brought 2 spoons.
Beautiful, yeah. So that was it. So it took me a while to really finally get properly over it.
I bet.
And I thought I would be over it sooner because I felt over it kind of, but I was just a little bit tired. But then I know what I feel. You know,
I'm surprised you didn't get ill.
You know how it feels when you're actually together, and there is a difference. And like that was probably this morning. But what about you?
So we finished at like 7 a.m. Monday morning Brit time, and I started work on the Steve Bannon video instantly. And basically from Monday to Friday 9 till bedtime, I've just been working on the Steve Bannon video like constantly all week, which you've now seen and which is now just about done. It requires a couple of very minor technical tweaks. The Steve Bannon video, which is going to be my next big episode, will come out a week tonight.
Massive spoilers. I've seen it. It's by far Olly's best video. I'm not even saying that just to like be nice. Like,
thanks, man.
Genuinely super into it.
I showed Harry a preview today to get his notes on it, and it was like, I'm pleased with it.
And I'm a pretty honest person. I would have said, I think you peaked 2 weeks ago, and now it's downhill from it. No, it's really good. And it's weird because like normally, when a video of yours or Nat's is quite good, it annoys me because I'm like, I can see bits where I think it could be better.
Well, I could have done better,
but it's so much better than anything I could do right now.
No, it's
it
not.
upsets me.
No, it's not.
No, usually when I watch it, like I feel this like weird anxiety of like I'm being beaten, and it's not even that good. Like this weird, really upsetting feeling I don't like.
You're being
where I'm being like really mean, but it's still better than like I'm just being mean to it because I know it's beating me. But this is one of those videos where it's like, this is just really good. And I'm so happy it exists.
But you're getting like, in terms of views, you're like way better than me. Like well, you and Nat are like.
Yeah, like we accidentally twigged an algorithm. Like Nat made a video about incels that happened to like hit 1 million for some reason, and I made a thing about flat earthers and stuff. Yeah, you're in it. That's a complete fluke. Where you've put in the work of building a community around philosophy, which takes forever.
It did take a while.
I mean, you've talked about how one of these philosophers you've cited only ever sold 30,000 copies. Philosophy is actually very, very difficult to do stuff about.
Shot a whole bunch of super chats. Benjamin Hume says, I'm not trying to be cheeky, but my super chat got missed. Would you mind sending it back? Oh, sorry, I don't even know how to do that. M says, you desperately need a plastic skull on the shelf behind you. How will anyone take you seriously? American NB here, says Piano Man 90. Some smaller left tube channels make jokes about pouring on faces being the mark of left tube. Is it fun that they follow your examples, or do we need new symbols of leftist iconography? I mean, yeah, people can make. Oh yeah, I remember somebody. Remember somebody making a joke about pouring stuff on faces in a video.
Yeah, it became a thing. Someone is pouring like honey on, aren't they? And it's going to be like really goopy. They're putting in the most work. I forget who that is.
You're gonna lose all your facial hair if you do that.
Someone asked in one of the super chats if I came out during the stream. No, I've sort of been out since the Lovecraft video. I think that's the first time I properly talked about it because it's the closest I can come to being open about my stuff. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna talk with my mouth full here, but very rude.
Yeah. I think when people are burying their souls on a live stream, you feel the need to like throw in your thing. So they're talking about like how they've completely me and Mulder I think was doing the honey thing.
Yeah.
Like, how they've completely remade their entire lives in order to try and achieve some kind of sense of stability. I'm like, I had sex with a guy once.
It's pretty rad. Yeah, pretty woke.
I've cuddled 3 men.
Yeah, pretty woke.
Yeah.
Got a lot of woke points.
Yeah. You feel like you've got to pitch in. Like,
to be part of it, yeah. Edith Spencer says, "Hey Ollie, when are you coming out to California?" I'm gonna be at VidCon. I'm gonna be at VidCon in July. Hopefully, yeah, I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna be hiding out at VidCon, but
yeah, I'm probably gonna loser-con it, which is where you go but you don't get a ticket. So, Lewis F says, "Why would either of you consider talking about your kinks, or would that be a bit too cheeky?" I mean, I've not hidden mine in the videos, like.
Yeah, like we were talking earlier about like, it was very funny. Where did you get the, what did you, are you gonna write off the kink stuff off as props? And you're like, no, it's for sex.
Yeah,
they're very straightforward.
Yeah, I've used like sex handcuffs in the videos before, and people would be like, "Where did you get those? Like, are they just for just for the video?" And I'm like, "No, I have those for sex." Like,
yeah, we were talking as well because like I'm going to Berlin for the TwitchCon thing, and that's where all of the cool BDSM conventions are. But I haven't come up with a video-related reason to go, which is the only way I'll ever have an excuse. Or how will I justify this flight from the airport that my parents have to drop me off for?
what would you tell them?
Yeah. Oh, it's just a weird. It's just a YouTube thing, So, but I don't know. If it ever like, I'd love to do a video about it, but I don't have like an interesting thing to say about it.
Yeah, I really.
That's the thing.
Somebody in the super chat is explaining baldness. Thank you for that.
Oh.
It's on the X chromosome, so you're more likely to get it with XY, as you only have to inherit it from the mother. Cool. I happen to know that I'm XY for sure. I've seen my chromosomes, which not a lot of people have. Daniel Sullivan says, "Hbomb, what Doom WOD should I get drunk and play this weekend?" What's
that's a like Doom mod. No, I actually have an answer for this. There's a Doom WOD out there. Someone has remade all the coolest shit from Doom 64, which had its own unique set of levels that are really cool, in the original Doom engine, and that stuff owns. That stuff's great. Check that out.
Cool. But yeah, what about VidCon? Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna buy a ticket. I'm just gonna turn up, and hopefully, I know enough people who have tickets or are gonna be featured that if there's anything I need to get into, then I'm sure. Also, like the most fun I had at VidCon last year was stuff that wasn't officially part of it. Like the day we just went to Disneyland was great.
I've legit not been to I've been to that Disneyland to have tacos. I've not actually seen any of the stuff, and I'd like to see the stuff this time. Cool. And
we should. That reminds me, we should talk about it tomorrow.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're coming to someone's uni tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that now. So tomorrow we're gonna do a live event in London with Bad Mouse and with Angie Speaks. We're going to be on a panel. Yeah.
Talking about redistribution of meat. We're gonna evenly distribute all of the meat until it's a flat and level surface, so that way everyone can get the meat on their feet if they want to, and step on it. Get nice and permeated.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know where I was going.
I don't know where you're going with that. It's fine.
No.
I'm just going to look up the details of that.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to be on a panel.
It's about something.
It's about just kind of it's about sort of left tube. Let me just.
Sorry, I was looking at your emails. Hold on.
No worries. I'm trying to find the. Oh no, feel free. There's nothing in it that's particularly hidden. I'm just trying to find it. So I can make sure I announce the details properly.
What's Fet Life? Sorry.
I considered making a Vet Life profile a while ago, and I just never got around to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So we're going to be doing a panel tomorrow. with Bad Mouse and Angie Speaks. It's called Politics in the Age of YouTube, and it's going to be at Imperial College London. It is open to the public. I think it's going to be mainly students. There's a limited number of tickets. I think so, limited to 150. So if you're in London and you're down to come and see us on a panel talking about left tube and all sorts,
is the link in the chat?
I won't put the link in. I'll put the link in the description of the video after we finish streaming.
Yeah. So I think there's a limited amount of tickets, but they're free.
Yeah, they are free. Yeah. And it is in the evening. Let's look at what time. It starts at 6:30 tomorrow at Imperial College and ends at 8:30.
And someone asked if there's pints afterwards. Yes.
Yeah, almost certainly there'll be a few pints afterwards. Yeah. And somebody on Twitter asked me why is it announced it last minute? Basically because it's being organised by students. So security wise, with all four of us in the same room, like it is a bit of. And I know that might sound like what really, but no, honestly, like.
You start having to actually think about that.
When we did our meetup in London, that we are having to think about security as well, and that was just with two of us.
Yeah.
Is it going to be streamed? No, but we're going to try and record it, and it'll be uploaded on somebody's channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll put a link to where tickets, inverted commas, because they're free. I'll put it in the description after the stream is over. So if you're around, if you're going to be around in London anyway, don't travel all the way from like France or whatever. If you're going to be around and you fancy you've got a spare evening in Imperial College, you want to come and say hi, then please do.
And if you want us to come to your college, or if you want Ollie to come to your college, and you want me to not come, you don't have to invite me. Harangue your lecturer or whoever it is who does it into, and we'll probably come down. I mean, you're doing a thing at Kent, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm going to be at the University of Kent at some point in the near future. The day after tomorrow, I'm going to a school in Cambridge to give a talk to students there. So yeah, if you want me to come to your university or whatever, just harangue whoever the boss is, and I'll come down.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I did an interview a while ago with a journalist. I won't say who. But they said that they often have trouble getting people to talk to them. They were like, "It's really cool how you've been open to doing this like profile piece and interviewing you, and just like been trying to help." Because they said it was like difficult to get people to do it. Like, why would people? Why would it be difficult? I'm happy to help them. Right?
I know a couple of people have tried to contact Sean specifically, and he's just blanked them. In fact, enough people now. I think I said this the last stream as well. People have messaged me because they know I've spoken to Sean to try and get Sean on, and I've messaged them back like. But not me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate those messages. Yeah.
I hate him.
I got
thanks.
I've had a few messages and people will be like, "Can you give me Harry or can you give me Natalie's like personal email addresses?" And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, use their business email. Also, like, what am I, chopped liver? Like,
yeah.
If they've not answered your business email, then they've not answered it.
If you want to talk to me, contact my agent. Olly Thorne at philosophytube.tv. Would you, Ollie, not me. Ollie, would you consider doing a vid on the philosophy of BDSM/sadism versus masochism?
I probably wouldn't have much interesting to say about it, really. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have anything to add to it.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
That's not really an interesting concept. Whereas, like, with Dai Guitar, I'm like, I know the stuff about this I really want to explore about this concept. Hbomberguy asked me for an interview for a journalism assessment, which I'm very fake bitch about, but then Sean gave me one and I considered that a victory. Oh, right.
I thought you were like helping someone out with a journalism
thing. Someone called Ultimate Gamer. Gamer with a Y. Not a proper gamer, an actual, one of the good ones.
Not an online gamer as recognised by the Scottish government.
No, just gamer with a Y. And I was super sick, and then a family thing came up, and I was like, I've got to stay here for this, and hopefully they understand. And I believe we said it so that if I did cancel, they had time to do it like with someone else. But if I blanked you recently, I didn't blank you. What happened was my inbox completely exploded. And I'll try and get back to you, but like it's one of those things where like I finally am popular enough where like I probably don't blank you if I don't respond to your messages. There are just too many, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I do. I still read all the comments and all the fan mail, but I don't have time to reply to them all. Do you want the last bit?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, I hope so.
Is left you just a bunch of kinky gays? I mean, nah. I think
Navarro Media says, "Hey guys, do you want to come on our podcast sometime?" Hell yeah!
Wow.
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, I've heard of Navarro Media. I've heard really good things about them. Oh my god, that was really embarrassing.
Somebody wrote a really good article for them a few years ago, which was called "A Marxist Analysis of YouTube," and that article was really, really good.
Today, you mentioned, you got to meet Ash, didn't you? I was like, oh,
yes.
I'm so bad with names.
Yeah, you met Ash from Navarra, who I have seen in person at a protest, and I was gonna go up and like do a bit of a fanboy, but I was like, maybe it's not the time and place. It's -5. We're outside the Home Office protesting. Maybe let's not poor focus. But yeah, I'd love to. Send either of us an email. My email's in the description right now. As Harry's agent. No. Yeah, we'd love to.
Yeah.
Somebody says, Olly, go on Chapo. You're asking the wrong person. Like, ask Chapo.
I think apparently...
Don't actually harass them, though.
A friend of mine who happens to be like close friends with some of the Chapo people, I got them to, throw a glass of estrogen in their face in protest of me not going on, so they're eventually gonna...
You're gonna go on?
I think eventually, yeah. I'm
Amazing.
not sure if it's... Like, I know I can just Skype in.
Yeah.
But I am very occasionally in Brooklyn, so it'd be nice to like do it in person. Do it the proper way. But I think they're doing a Super Bowl thing.
Cool.
Which I know nothing about the Super Bowl.
That's yours, right? Thanks. So I can put it down without getting chocolate all over my bedside cabinet.
Thank you. That was the most sensual thing that's happened to me in a while.
Philosophical analysis of Doki Doki Literature Club.
Ooh.
Only Monica. Your videos have had such an impact on my thinking, Harry. Your videos are what pulled me back from the brink of alt-right sentiments and back into sensibility. Olly, your video on suicide touched me deeply. Thank you both. From DJ Maxell.
Well, I'm glad that we can in tandem be really helpful.
Yeah.
If I can be a gateway to the alt-left, like the reverse Joe Rogan, then I'm happy to accept that mantle and all of the money that comes with it.
Yeah. I did when I did this interview recently. This guy was like, "What do you want people to think about your channel?" And I was like, "I want people to think that it's helpful." So, yeah,
that's cool. I don't know if I want what I want anyone to think about me. I'm just kind of like,
you're an online gamer.
Yeah, I basically just my channel is an excuse to talk about things I like, and it's just become this thing, this monster that I can't control.
That's what I do. I just talk about whatever old shit.
Yeah, like I'm past like my videos stop happening when I'm like, okay, I need it. What am I trying to do with this? And then I don't make a video for a month, and I've got to wait until I've worn all that down to the point where I just want to talk about the Halcyon. It was an old console that never came out, and then it just happens.
We were saying earlier on that Halcyon Dreams.
Yeah.
Halcyon Dreams is my favourite video of Harry's. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I need to do the bit in Dune where the guy like learns to master pain by like obliterating every part of his being except for his self. What? I just do that. Just destroy all of my desires and feelings and need, and then what's left is a YouTube video about fucking Sooty or something. Like a Marxist analysis of Sooty and Sweep.
I find it increasingly difficult to like summarize my channel when people ask me like, "What do you do?" I teach philosophy, but in like an increasingly bizarre way. It gets like so sometimes I'll just like talk about coleslaw for 20 minutes, but it's actually about David Hume or something. Or I made a short film like I'm interrogated by police officers, but it's actually about Nietzsche and why I don't agree with his assessment of art. Like,
yeah, it's what we do is such a mutable term because it is so. It's different from time to time as well.
Yeah, what I'm doing now is totally different from 6 months ago. Like,
yeah, I think. In a sense, LeftTube is more of an art collective than a political ideology, and I quite like that because it means people get to bring themselves to it and take themselves away from it instead of it being like instead of it being effectively a video reading list, we are just here's this cosmic dance, and then you can come away from it with what you like. I enjoy doing that.
Dr. Revolution asked in the super chat about TwitchCon, which I think you mentioned earlier on over dinner.
Yeah. There's a con for Twitch people, and I've apparently been invited. Well, actually, I think Sean and Jen have been invited, and I am also going. I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. Something to do with streaming.
With Twitch, I expect. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll have to report back with my findings. And while I'm there, I've always wanted to go to Königsberg, but that's actually in Russia. I think it used to be Germany.
Yes.
But I need to come up with stuff to do while I'm in Germany though, because I've always meant to go to Berlin. I've never really been. I was on the German exchange program, and my dad taught English in Germany for a while, so I was there for a bit. But
Marxist analysis of Chucklevision. I love it.
Chucklevision is ripe for that.
One of them's dead.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but
is it Barry? Is Barry dead?
Yeah, he got he got unpersoned. He got removed from all the pictures. Now it's just one. Now it's just Chuckle Brother.
It's just Chuckle.
Yeah. It's just
oh no.
Yeah.
To me. Burgundy Burnout says, "I love you too. I've always." That's the best joke I said all night. Burgundy Burnout says, "I love you too. I've always been extremely left-leaning, but never realised there was a community behind these ideals and FG was a thing. Sobeck saved the bastard prince. Thank you." Michelle Disraeli says, "What music has deep emotional meaning for you?" There's a band I really like called it's like Public System Broadcasting, or Public Broadcast Systems. I always get the name mixed up. Broadcast. I'm looking them up now. But they're a band who they take historical audio and then make music out of it. Which are Public Service Broadcasting. I always get the names mixed up. I'm terrible with that. Public Service Broadcasting. They take historical audio and then they make music out of it. So they had an album called The Space Race, which I was listening to a lot, and which is where I actually kind of, as I was listening to it, got the idea for the Cosmonaut, the image for it, because they have a whole bunch of cool songs about like Yuri Gagarin and Alexei Leonov and so on. And I originally wanted to use their music in the video, but I couldn't afford the rights to it. So yeah, Public Service Broadcasting. Yeah, people in the chat know them. Yeah, they're really, really great.
I think one of the most touching albums I've ever listened to is by The Deer Hunter, DEAR. They've done a series of albums that are part of one long story, and the fifth album is sort of like a lot of very intense emotions that have been built to for a long time, like a decade's worth of albums. And songs in there like The March and The Most Cursed of Hands are some really kind of cool songs that really kind of get me in a big way.
Somebody in the chat says Ollie was about to say he likes Muse. Good catch. People are down on Muse.
Music.
No, people are down on Muse. When I'm in a bad mood, I like Muse.
I like Muse. I think they're pretty good.
I want to try and be less public with my enjoyment of Muse, since KRL on Ballin' Out Super made a joke about people who like Muse, and I was like, I'm not going to mention my gun. I'm not going to mention that I quite like that. Matt Bellamy's got a good voice. Like, he's a good song.
I quite like Pendulum as well.
Yeah, there's some decent Pendulum. I mean, that was when I was in sixth form. Was Pendulum?
Pendulum got me through my
when they first came out. It was it was the big shit.
Yeah. God, what was the other? Oh, Godspeed You Black Emperor were one of the first bands I ever saw live. They're post-rock, really incredible stuff. And
cool.
Some of the Rockets Fall on Rocket Falls is a really good 20-minute beautiful thing of a song. It's like, if the world ended, it would sound like that, and it really did touch me in a way.
Dave Hewson sends love from Newfoundland. Thank you, Dave.
Wow.
Yes, people are saying they like Muse. I like to. I like Drones. Drones is a decent album.
I like
when it's very over the top, but when I'm in the mood for over the top.
Yeah, they have some of the best arpeggiators in the business.
Yeah.
That's just great. I love that stuff.
It's really, really cool.
It's my favourite. Yeah, I love playing with synths. Like, that's all I've got. I've got a MIDI keyboard and I just mash on it and plug it into stuff. It's really, really fun. And music like that, but they made music out of it, which you can do apparently.
Early Muse gang.
Take a Bow. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, I love Take a Bow. I want to. If I could use any soundtrack in the world, then for this video I've told you about where I want to dress up as the devil, I would have that as the intro.
Ooh,
that would be so good. I love that song.
Anything do like Mogwai? I've meant to listen to Mogwai properly tons of times. I like them, but I don't know if I love them yet because I've listened to them enough. Something I always said as a kid was there are loads of people who like Nightwish, but there's no Nightwish isn't anyone's favourite band. But I take it back. Nightwish have some bangers.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I take it back. Nightwish are pretty good. I can see why someone would have them as their favourite. They're ballsy enough. They at one point fired their lead singer. They were and then sent an open letter to it and stuff. Just that takes a lot. Oh, there's a bunch of people sent a bunch of stuff while I was talking.
Amelia Jane says, "Are either of you into Porcupine Tree?" I haven't heard of it. Guys, big fan of you both. Just wondering if you would consider doing a meet up in Newcastle. London gets all the cool stuff. I actually, my parents live in Newcastle.
Same, yeah. We should.
Your parents live in Newcastle?
My dad lived in Newcastle, yeah.
Holy shit! We should definitely do a meet up in Newcastle next time you're there. Let me know next time you're going north. We'll do. Yes, meet up in the Toon.
Yeah, actually, my stepmom does is part of some labour group.
Cool.
And I just got a message from her inviting me down because of all this charity stream stuff. So I do have an excuse to go down there.
Yeah, man, I'm always happy to go out to Newcastle at any time. Right, we'll see at the monument.
Yeah. Wow. Porcupine Tree, a friend of mine who liked good music, but he was just weird enough that I wouldn't listen to stuff he said he liked, was into them. He was also really into Ziltoid or something like that, which like is apparently good, but can he believe it? Thank you. Believe it. The song of my people.
I didn't know you're half Geordie.
Yeah, it's the good half.
A lot of the way Olly pronounces Newcastle, that's how it's pronounced. That is the pronunciation of it. Somebody says no way pet. Howie pet.
Howie man.
Howie pet.
What's
That was the same one. Somebody says Fave Muse album. I don't know the albums well enough to say, but I do enjoy drones. The artwork for drones I love, and if I were to do Cosmonaut Part 2, I would want the thumbnail to be based on that because I would have an artist. Because it's so good.
Have you heard of Venetian snares?
No.
Venetian snares are pretty good. They do a lot of like incredibly, not even danceable at this point, pop music, distorted nightmare things. They've done some really good albums and songs. I think he's the guy who did a thing where like his girlfriend for a time was also a musician, and they recorded a bunch of noises of them having sex, and they made an album of just those sounds, and like they turned them into a song because they just are really good at using samples, and a lot of their music is more an experiment than a piece of music, but it's worth listening to still. Like some of it.
Cool.
Yeah, Venetian Snares is listen to everything they've done at least once, and then maybe never again. But there'll be one or two songs that maybe you want to play at parties.
So people think you're cool.
So you seem interesting.
Nice. If only I went to parties.
I go to one party a year every New Year's.
I think the last party I went to was probably the one that you and I went to at YouTube Space. I haven't had time since then.
Yeah, Neutral Milk Hotel gang. I'm average on Milk Hotel.
What bands do you feel get a bad rep? Says Soul Rabbit.
KMFDM are accused of sponsoring school shootings or whatever, but that's not true. They briefly deformed and reformed as MDFMK for an album that was pretty cool.
Cool.
They're like that early industrial thing get a bad rep. I guess also Marilyn Manson and Nine Inch Nails. They get a lot of ridiculous bullshit when they're very progressive figures, at least in my reading of them. But
in my experience, Jamiroquai are quite polarizing. Some people are like, "Oh no, maybe that's just my brother. He hates Jamiroquai."
What did they do?
Jamiroquai. Yeah. Music.
That's Africa. That's Toto.
But Toto did that. Jamiroquai did. I would play it now, but copyright. Like Cosmic Girl, Deeper Underground.
Who did the song when we come from the land down under? What is that?
Land Down Under is Men at Work.
Men at Work. How did I get them mixed up with Jamiroquai?
Don't know.
MDFMK was like 23 years ago. Look, they've been going for like 30-something years now, so just we've got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happened. They're a big band. They're pretty good.
All right, we've been here for 90 minutes. So do you want to do like how much longer do you want to go for? 15, 20
You have to sleep at night, don't you? I forget that's your.
I do that. I do sleep.
Yeah.
Virtual Insanity, says Zoe Blade. Jamiroquai did Virtual Insanity. You know that, the one with the music video with where he's like the couch moves behind him.
Oh yeah.
Futures. Mate, he used to wear big hats.
Someone asked if I think Potholer 54's work has declined recently. I think he's not done that many videos recently. He did one that's like a conservative answer to climate change, and I don't know if he's a conservative or not, but I view the video as him going, okay, so if you're a conservative, here's the reasons why you should probably solve climate change, and here's how we would do it in this sphere. But I don't really know what his politics are. They're probably bad.
It's a cool idea though.
Yeah.
Thomas Pogger did something similar a few years ago. Thomas Pogger has just dropped a spoon. Thomas Pogger is a philosopher who has since been cancelled for some Me Too related stuff, but he wrote a cool book explaining why even libertarians should support wealth redistribution. It was quite interesting. Oh
yeah, like all the reasonable libertarians I've met basically define themselves out of libertarianism immediately. We're like, I'm libertarian, but I think there should be a welfare state, and I think you shouldn't be a libertarian. Just like a bunch of very quickly all the caveats that the people who call themselves libertarians, but then very quickly in a couple of sentences invent all of the things libertarianism was invented to get rid of. Yeah. They just invent it again. I think that the loop is a good idea, but instead there should be trains in the hole. It's like, well done, you've invented a metro. Yeah, well done. You've invented the tube. Yeah. I mean, the tube is bad. Yeah. The Moscow metro is incredible. Yeah, but the loop is actually exactly the same size as the British metro tube. Wild. Except they put fucking cars in it. It's the worst invention ever. It's
if it's anything like the Tube, it's gonna be full of rats.
Yeah,
and be really hot.
Yeah, but like, think of just how easily the rats could get anywhere they wanted.
I don't want rats to get around easily.
Could get all the way to Twinsburn. I don't know the names of all.
American towns. Washingburg and Ington.
Spangburn.
My brother and I used to play a game in the car where you make up names of British towns and they have to be plausible, and the best one we ever came up with was Ringlington upon Ghent. There's going to be someone in the chat now being like, Ringlington gang! I'm from, coming to you live from Ringlington upon Ghent.
Brockhampton gang.
Brockham.
Fuck Elon Musk gang. Yeah. Nice. Gosh, do you listen to Bjork?
No.
Yeah, same. I don't really listen to music. I'm just like a bad music man. Oh, as you've both already encountered Flat Earth, its proponents. Have you ever stumbled upon the cold sun conspiracy theory, or is that one too German? I've not heard that one. There is a cold moon hypothesis as part of Flat Earth theory, which is the idea that the moon is a separate object which generates a different kind of light from the sun.
Oh, the light that makes you cold.
Yeah, but the German thing I haven't heard about. That's really interesting.
The cold sun.
Yeah.
But I mean, then whence heat?
Oh, because the Earth is hot. There's a sun. You know, we're actually the Earth's actually hollow, and we're on the inside, and the sun is in the center.
Whoa.
What if? And the stars, I don't know, man. That's the answer to that bit.
Crystals on the they're in the Earth. Crystals. So
you've put more thought into this than a lot of the
I've seen the movie Core. I know there's big crystals down there. I'm gonna have them.
The best part of the Flat Earth Convention stuff was like when they asked a question that was too hard or that required more thinking, and they would be like, "Look, I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm just saying that everything you know about everything is wrong, and I have no explanation." It's like when people, pose like a radical new transit system where you replace the metro system with a bunch of segways, and they're like, granted, this will cost $100 billion, but the advantage is like, you haven't thought this through very well, have you? You just thought it'd be really fun to come to this convention.
The Lay Fair says, I wish Philosophy Tube would do a video about incels. I did.
Yeah.
And
you posted on ContraPoints.
Yeah. I was in Natalie's. All the male voices in that are me.
I'm gonna do a video about how fun it is being an incel.
Oh, you a volcel.
The perks of being a volcel. I mean, yeah. The importance of being volcel.
This is my cousin Volcel. I'm Volcel in town and incel in country.
Volcel in the streets.
Incel in the streets. Oh dear.
I'm lonely by
choice. I was found in a handbag and then became Volcel. Oh my dear, oh my days. I auditioned for The Importance of Being Honest a while ago. Somebody whose name I'm afraid I can't pronounce this. Have you read any Moral Particularism by Jonathan Dancy? I'm afraid I have not.
I hate those questions where it's like they've paid money to ask you a question. I
just feel bad. Yeah. Or the ones that it's like, can you summarize this whole thing in like 2 seconds when the chat's going on? I can't.
For those of you who don't know, while I am bisexual and all that stuff, Hbomberguy, the character I play, is Volcel. They think they're really into sex, but they're actually very scared of it. That's the character I've written.
Canon update.
Yeah, so just update the TV tropes page accordingly.
What can I tell you about my character sexuality? In my mind, Detective Sergeant Ellis was in the closet. That was the source of a lot of his anger in the YouTube Art of Reality one. Well, I kind of tried to. I'm not like doing a J.K. Rowling now and like retrospective. Yeah, Sorting Hat was trans and HIV positive. No. Yeah, just in my mind when I was writing, I was like, that would be an interesting flavour to bring, even if I never talk about it. And some people thought that the character of Nile, Content Maker, was gay as well, and I was like, yeah, I kind of get that vibe as well.
And Voldemort hated Israel.
Yeah, Voldemort voted for Corbyn. Big time, but as an accelerationist.
We definitely accelerated into something with, like, I was behind Corbyn. I was like, he's just waiting for the moment to say that Labour is now the Remain party, and instead it was like, No, beneath the mask is another mask. It's still. But at the same time, I mean, at least if he got in, we'd have a prime minister who was actually pro-Brexit, unlike Theresa May and David Cameron.
Yeah, neither of them wanted it. It's fair. Yeah. Let's not get into Brexit. Let's not, for God's sake.
Please no.
Actually, Hagrid was a single mother.
Oh, Zoe, I've heard some more of your music today. Some special music. It was very good.
Yeah.
And
for the that was Nina Richards and Zoe.
Yeah.
Did the song for the Steve Bannon video.
I might need some of their help covering a KMFDM song if they're up for it.
Nice.
Talk later.
Yeah. In fact, some of the background music in the Steve Bannon video is also some of Zoe's as well. Your track Metastasis, Zoe is in it. I think another one is as well. They've got some like really chill ones. Speaking of chill music, this is a little aggressive.
Into the Night. That's a good name for a song.
Let's turn it back to the start and have some chill times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What a good one. Nightwish Night having a lot of Dawkins sound bites.
Cool.
Huh. The last album that I listened to is a pretty old one by their standards. It was the Imaginarum one where there was like also a film. There was like an album and a film or something. And I really liked Last Ride of the Day on that one. I think that's an awesome song. Nice. I've listened to that like 100 times and not listened to the rest of the album. I do that with music where I'll get into one song and just not listen to the rest of it. I'm one of those like absolutely bonkers people who can do that, who can just mainline one song.
Yeah, I do that as well. I would listen to one song for like several days.
Yeah.
Mixo Lydian94 says, "Are those candles on books?" Yes and no.
So I had that exact feeling as well. Yeah. I felt that too the first time I saw your stream. They're plastic, which is good because luckily your building is finally fireproof.
No, not for another week.
Oh no, shit!
They're going to be back all week. It's just I've had construction.
Wait until I'm gone to start fires.
Yeah. Harriet Splimby is an aromantic ace icon. Justin Hurst says trans rights. Yes, indeed. That's the hold up the special boy. Thoughts on David Bowie? I'm pro.
Oh yeah, I love him. Yeah, I like his music.
Vic Sill says, "I'll just put it out there, Ollie. Early March would be the perfect time for a video on Brexit." Yeah. I think so too. I've got an idea for one. In terms of, there's like a bunch of ideas that I haven't put in a video before that might be good to go in, but maybe I'm not gonna rule it out. It's not something I'm like really excited about creating it. Whereas the Steve Bannon one I'm really excited about, and then the one the one I'm gonna do after that, I'm super excited about as well. So maybe it would be good from a kind of a hashtag content point of view, but like maybe I won't rule it out. Maybe if I get excited about it.
I want to be excited to do Brexit, but it's become a hellish slog, and there isn't a light at the end of the tunnel of like, well, at least someone in charge somewhere is pro-Remain.
Yeah.
Now it's all gone. We need Keir Starmer or someone to like.
Yeah.
I'm actually now pro-Corbyn coup just to get someone who wants to stop it, because then that's a Labour win. Yeah. But instead it's like, no, I get it, Jeremy. I understand your reasons and I can see it, but just like, please don't. And just.
Well, apparently something's wrong with the mic.
Static gang. Oh no.
Alright, sorry about that.
Oh, it might be a buzz from the stuff or something. Maybe someone's calling a phone?
Don't think so.
Affects your mic. Oh.
Electronic interference on the mic. How's that?
How do you turn these off?
How's that?
I do think it's these they're giving off.
Oh.
I think they're giving off a static at something. Yeah.
Let us know.
It's still there?
Good now?
Oh. Worse. Better. Still crackling. We were probably going to go anyway, so we could...
Yeah, we're probably going to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silence gang.
Okie dokie.
Daddy Philosophy and Gamer Uncle
discover microphones. Okay, well maybe that's a good time to
yeah.
Maybe that's a good time to pack it in anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like it's back, but let's end on that.
Yeah.
That's the buzz telling us it's time to.
Thank you very much for having me on again.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for coming. Well, it's our joint PO box. So.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to have you on stream again as well.
Hell yeah, yeah.
So.
And thank you to everyone who sent us awesome things to the PO box. As soon as the stream's over, I'll post the link to the event at Imperial College tomorrow below in the description. So as I say, like, if you're around in London and you fancy coming to see us on a panel with Andrew Speaks and Badmouse tomorrow at Imperial College at 6:30. There's like 150 tickets, of which I think a few of them are gone already. But if you're around and you want to come see us, then
it'd be awesome. I think Badmouse and Andy both seem like they know their stuff. So it's going to be
they really do.
A nice opportunity for me to occasionally tell people to shut up and listen to someone who knows what they're talking about, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see you all there. It was pretty cool.
Cool. Thank you very much to Zoe for moderating tonight. Thank you for Scotch for turning up in the chat. Good night, everyone. Have a great old time. And now I need to figure out which window I do to end it. Okie dokie. Bye, everyone.
Help.